This is Saturn. And everything here never stops. Fragments spinning, billions of shards of ice spinning, the remnants of dead worlds still spinning. There is no beginning, no end. Only an endless rotation, a graveyard in motion. From billions of kilometers away, Saturn looks like a perfect masterpiece. Its rings hang in space, delicate, elegant, almost unreal. The truth is, you're looking at a graveyard, because everything in those rings is the aftermath of death. Ice, rock, and the remnants of celestial bodies that once existed, now spinning at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. Why is Saturn a graveyard? Saturn is incredibly massive. It's so large it could hold more than 700 Earths inside. About 4.5 billion years ago, when the solar system formed, many small moons and leftover material existed around Saturn. But over hundreds of millions to billions of years, some objects drifted too close to the planet. When that happened, Saturn's gravity began pulling them apart in opposite directions. The side closer was pulled more strongly, the far side more weakly. The result? They were stretched, cracked, and ultimately shattered completely. Those fragments didn't disappear. They were trapped in orbit, circling Saturn for hundreds of millions of years. Studies suggest the ring system we see today may have formed around 100 to 400 million years ago, relatively young compared to the age of the solar system. So what you're seeing isn't an eternal structure, but the remains of celestial bodies destroyed in the relatively recent cosmic past. That's why Saturn is called a graveyard. Although other gas giants like Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune also have rings, none compare to Saturn. Saturn's rings are made of 99.9% pure water ice. This allows them to reflect sunlight extremely well, giving them a brilliant, crown-like glow. And so they keep circling, forming a ring that isn't just an ordinary ring. People call it the Lord of the Rings. This ring system spans up to 280,000 kilometers, nearly the distance from Earth to the Moon. Yet its average thickness is incredibly thin, only about 10 to 100 meters. Imagine a gigantic sheet of paper stretched across an entire city. That's the structural wonder of it. Saturn's gravity has torn apart moons or asteroids that came too close, turning them into billions of icy fragments that form the rings. Small moons lie embedded within the rings. Their gravity keeps the ice particles from scattering, like shepherds guiding a flock into formation. Saturn possesses the most powerful satellite system in the solar system, with more than 140 confirmed moons. Each moon is its own world, from Titan with its dense atmosphere and methane lakes, to Enceladus with jets of water erupting from beneath its surface. This diversity turns Saturn into a complex kingdom where it stands as the absolute center of power. Despite being a giant, Saturn exists in extreme isolation. It lies about 1.4 billion kilometers from the Sun. At that distance, sunlight is about 90 times weaker than on Earth. Instead of gaining more companion worlds, Saturn has crushed them and turned them into endless rings. It may have more than 80 moons, but none lie too close. The space right next to the planet, where a companion might have existed, is instead occupied by a vast ring of debris. While rocky planets like Earth and Mars cluster close together in the warm inner system, Saturn stands alone in the cold outer reaches, taking 29 Earth years to complete a single orbit around the Sun. It's like an aging king slowly patrolling his frozen kingdom. Despite being the second largest planet in the solar system, Saturn is made mostly of hydrogen and helium. It's so light that if there were an ocean big enough, it would float. But that calm surface is an illusion. Beneath Saturn's thick atmosphere lies a world of storms. Winds here can exceed 1,800 kilometers per hour, far faster than any storm on Earth. Massive cloud systems are torn apart, twisted, and constantly colliding, creating storms that last for months, even years. Some storms are so large they could swallow Earth whole. And at Saturn's North Pole, there's something even stranger, a gigantic hexagon-shaped storm. This storm spans about 30,000 kilometers. You could fit 2 Earths inside it and still have room to spare. It's unlike anything we've ever seen on Earth. It doesn't fade. It's been there for centuries, rotating at about 500 kilometers per hour. But the most terrifying part isn't the wind. It's what's falling inside those storms. Under extreme pressure and intense heat, carbon molecules are crushed and crystallized. On Saturn, storms don't bring rain. They bring diamond rain. Tons of diamonds fall like razor-sharp arrows, but no one could ever touch them. Before they reach the core, the immense pressure transforms them into a blazing ocean of liquid carbon. Saturn's atmosphere is deadly to life as we know it. It's filled with hydrogen, helium, and clouds of ammonia, NH3, and methane, CH4. The storms here don't just carry powerful winds, they're loaded with complex chemical compounds formed by ultraviolet radiation, turning the sky into a chaotic and toxic chemical laboratory. So even though it looks brilliant and mesmerizing, Saturn is, in reality, a world where life cannot exist. A beauty completely lifeless. If one day Earth woke up with an icy crown like Saturn, our lives would change forever, from what we see in the sky to how we survive. During the day, you'd see a massive band of light stretching across the sky, a glowing bridge from one horizon to the other. It wouldn't be clouds, but billions of ice fragments reflecting sunlight, shimmering like a galaxy right above your head. At night, the sight would be even stranger. The rings would glow faintly, bright enough for you to see your own shadow even without the moon. At the equator, the rings would appear as a thin line slicing across the sky. In winter, the shadow of the rings would block sunlight in some regions, making winters far colder and more severe. Meanwhile, areas not in shadow would receive extra reflected light from the rings, creating hotter, more intense summers. But that beauty comes at a cost. The rings would block part of the sun's light, altering the global climate and creating unusually cold regions on Earth. So the sky might become more beautiful than ever, but our world would never be the same.